玩个 stalker 好了，因为我还没有玩过这个游戏，所以还不太清楚它的玩法是怎样。
In actual fact, we have nothing to worry about. According to our research, the next emission will not occur for at least 2 months, 4 days, and 7 hours. Its intensity will be 3 on the Bergman scale, which is 2.13.
哦，居然这么久了，画质还不错嘛。
Without going into detail, I must say I have never seen anything like this before. The encephalogram suggests serious damage to the nervous system, but the other indicators couldn't be better. It's astounding.
Perhaps it has something to do with the emission.
Most certainly, although so far I've been utterly unable to formulate a rational explanation for this abnormality.
Thank you now.
Oh. 哇，其实还蛮不错的。
That's good.
Good, that's good. 不行了。
Welcome back to the world of the living, stalker. How are you feeling?
My head is spinning, spinning. 你屁呀！这很反讽。
Do you remember what happened to you?
哦，等一下。Okay, I remember leading on inspection through the swamp. Get off my swamp! Bunch of sentences and emission that's it. Then this happened? Then why does he look so much like the sun?
In the joking mood, eh? That bodes well for your recovery. I'm Lebedev, the group leader, and I'm responsible for everyone here. That includes you, for as long as you're here. We call ourselves Clear Sky, and you are in our base right now. We picked you up in the swamps after the emission.
Okay. Do you know the way?
Lucky? I doubt it. The facts are these. You survived the emission. That's the first thing I still can't explain. The second thing is that our patrol found you in the swamps, which are essentially endless quicksand. And thirdly, you nearly got torn into shreds by a pack of pseudo-dogs. But our boys got you out just in time. Such a chain of events tells me it's more than just luck. Anyway, I need to finish what I'm doing. So let's continue this conversation later.
talk to the barman.哦，居然有这个，Beke。啊，哇，那个，有手电筒，这有点暗了。
I'm glad to see you, young man. You look considerably better.
I'm seeing all types of folks tracing their feet, some in search of the zone's wonders, and some are just looking for roots. What does the clear sky study the zone?
People are mistaken in their belief that they understand the essence of what the zone truly is. Some consider it to be a universal evil, others a wonder sent down to humanity, and others still consider it no more than a source of riches. They are all wrong. The zone is impossible to understand when viewed through the prism of human perception. Moreover, it is far too early for humans to even try. Ergo, the actions of both the government and stalkers with respect to the zone are misguided, and I fear that the potential consequences may be, or indeed are, completely unpredictable. Naturally, this represents a terrible danger. Young man, if only I had the answer to that question. We are studying the zone meticulously in hopes of finding it. The zone appeared as a result of the actions, let's call them misguided human actions, and we are unable to return to the status quo. The zone cannot be destroyed, nor will it disappear of its own accord. We, Clear Sky, believe that there is only one way to reconcile man with the zone: coexistence.
Coexistence 是什么意思 ？Coexistence， 查一下。共存，哦，所以就是他们认为跟的这个，他们称呼这个区域是共存，唯一的解决办法就是共存。但是你骗。
How can I best explain? Let's put it like this. Any complicated system in nature, and that includes the zone, automatically seeks equilibrium in the absence of destabilizing external factors. That was the case here in recent years. The zone was stable and there were no significant deviations from the norm. And now we've seen a gigantic emission that has changed the face of the zone. The system became unstable, distorted, a glitch of sorts. The zone is spewing out emission after emission and pumping itself full of energy with each one, so much so that the readings on my sensors oscillate with unbelievable speed. And unless we find a way of reversing this trend, the result will be a disaster of far greater proportions than the 1986 catastrophe. The most important lesson in all this is that this glitch is not a product of natural causes. This is human handiwork. And that's what we are attempting to find out. Perhaps knowing who disrupted the zone's equilibrium will give us a chance to prevent a disaster. Since man caused this mess in the first place, man may well be the only one able to set it right. In any event, I very much hope that is the case. I fear that question is not one I can answer. I suggest you address it to Lebedev.
Professor in Poland.
Внимание, анекдот. Летит, значит, Нива со сталкерами по зоне. Аномалия обходит на бешеной скорости, встречных монстров на бомбер принимает.
Welcome back from the afterworld. Hello, Mark. You became quite a legend while you were out of it. Even you wouldn't believe some of the rumors I heard. Anyways, here's a drink on the house for a lucky son of a gun. It should help you relax and tell me about your adventures. Because I'm just dying of curiosity.
There's not much sleeping to.
Well then, you drink and I'll tell you about this place. It used to be pretty quiet here. We had the paths worked out, the right places explored, and the approach covered. Of course, the swamps ain't exactly spring break material, but it wasn't too bad either. Yeah, it wasn't too bad until the last emission, the biggest we've ever seen. These days our boys pray both to God and the devil before going out of the base. Because getting back alive is a miracle in its own right. But we're managing to hold it together. Because our guys ain't here for loot. They're fighting for a cause. I was collecting bottles one after another and they led me here. I'm kidding, man. Truth is, there was no place for me in that other world. It didn't want me. In the end, I came here. First to the zone, and then to Clear Sky. The guys here are alright, and I'm needed here. They come back here after a mission, I pour them a drink, tell a few dirty jokes, and my job is done. Simple, but effective. By the way, they call me Cole around here. In our base, as you can see, it's a small, sinking farmstead in the middle of romantic, endless swamps. I couldn't tell you where it is exactly, but it's the last place in the zone where you can meet real people. Guys who won't screw you, stab you in the back, or let you bleed to death to save a med kit. You know why you've never heard of it? Because too many people want to know about it. And the fewer that do, the better. Lebedev is our leader. Man is a rock if ever I've seen one. He's the glue that holds our whole group together. Then there's Beanpole, Professor Beanpole. He's like a walking encyclopedia and a calculator in one. Knows more about the zone than... well, anyway. Our technician's called Gray. He can make you a rifle out of an empty can with ammo to boot. He could use some spares, but apart from that... And finally, we have Suslov. He's a traitor, but he ain't like the others of his trade. He won't try to rip you off or screw you.
Cole,
He knows what
leave the
stalkers
Merc
go
alone
through
with
to
your
get the
dirty
loot,
jokes.
and he
I need to
respects
see
that.
him.
Well, brother, if Lebedev says he needs to see you, that ain't up for a discussion. Go on, I'll catch you later.
哦，他居然还有这种时间机制哎！时间到了，他就要求要我要找他讲话。哦，受伤哦，真的会有伤害。在哪里啊？这里吗？
Got some fresh air? You look better, that's for sure. Let me fill you in on this situation. You're in the Clear Sky base. Don't try to remember who we are. You've never heard of us, and there's a very good reason for that. Our mission is to research the zone. We believe that the zone must be studied and understood so that humanity knows what it is facing here. Understanding is the key to coexisting with the zone. Because if you think about it, the zone is the most wondrous phenomenon humanity has been confronted with in its entire history. As I said, we are researchers. We are trying to figure out the nature of the zone, determine the reasons which caused it to appear, and formulate the rules that govern its existence. We are not consumed by a quest for money. We don't seek fields of artifacts, and we're not interested in turf wars with other factions. That is why we're hiding here in the swamps and concentrating on our research. Our forte is not combat, but knowledge. Knowledge of the zone, accumulated over years of research. We know more about it than stalkers and the government combined. And our research was finally shaping up into a sound, coherent picture until the massive emission a few days ago. No, that emission was incredibly powerful. It was on a level of its own. It was like a hurricane that swept the whole zone, changing it. Everything is different. The well-known and relatively safe areas have become highly radioactive and full of anomalies. But now, you can access parts of the zone that have been unreachable for years. Even the most hardened stalkers don't know what awaits them on their favorite path. The other thing that changed is people, and that became evident right away. The emission destroyed the fragile balance between factions, and they're now warring for territory. In other words, many strange things have happened, and I don't yet fully understand the scale of these changes. It's only been a few days since the emission. If you ask me, the strangest thing of all is that you managed to survive it. I see. How can I help you? Getting out of here isn't easy, not by a long shot. The swamps are a real maze of reeds and radioactive quicksand, swarming with terrible monsters and human scum. And I don't know which is worse. Only a guide can lead you safely out of here. We only have a handful of them. Guys I would trust with my life without a second thought. Unfortunately, it's not that simple. Because if I let you go, our presence here might not stay a secret for long. We are having a very tough time here recently. The emission reduced the number of anomalies in the swamps, which made the area easily accessible for bandits and other vermin. There are so many of them, they'll be setting up camp in our base soon if we don't do something about it. The problem is that we're not really the fighting type, so we've been steadily losing ground. But you, one look at you, tells me you're a pro at that sort of thing.
This is the second outpost.
Your experience can save the lives of many. That's enough chit-chat. There's been another attack on our outpost. Great. Get over to the trader and... Trader, a fighter is on his way to you. Issue him all...
Roger that. You're with us again? At last. Here, take this basic equipment kit. It's designed specifically for patrol missions. I've been ordered to issue you some equipment. There's no time for questions. The boys need you now.
Stalker, what do you want?
Mark, there are anomalies ahead. Be careful. Remember, don't move until you've thrown a bolt in front of you. Find artifacts in anomalies. You can't see them, but detectors spot them easily enough. If you get close enough, your detector will indicate the location of the artifact, and then you just pick it up easy as pie. Keep in mind that your current detector isn't exactly top of the line. It only shows the distance to the artifact.
我快死掉了。怎么会这样？一直扣血，为什么会一直扣血？哦，我死掉了。哦，要从这边开始啊。
Взял сталкер гранатомет и пошел ее добывать. И все бы у него наверняка получилось, если бы псевдожучки и псевдожучки.
I'm glad to see you, young man. People are mistaken. Young man, how can I? That's what. Since I fear that question.
Look, hello, Mark. Well then, I was calling up, you know what?
Cold. Leave the Merc alone with your dirty jokes. I need to see him.
Well, brother, if Libeda says he needs to see you, that ain't up for a discussion. Появился, значит, в зоне черный стал.
Got some fresh air? As I no, I get.
This is the second outpost. We're under attack. I repeat, we're under attack. Help!
That's enough chit chat. There's been another. Great. Get over to the.
有点困难。
Roger that. Hello there. At last. Here, take. I've been.
What you need, Stalker?
Merc, there are anomalies ahead. Be careful. Remember, don't move until you've thrown a bolt in front of you. Oh, by the way, you can sometimes find artifacts in anomalies. You can't see them, but detectors spot them easily enough. If you get close enough, your detector will indicate the location of the artifact, and then you just pick it up easy as pie. Keep in mind that your current detector isn't exactly top of the line. It only shows the distance to the artifact.
到底要怎么挂了？好难。真奇怪，这到底是什么东西？啊，我怎么一直在扣血？为什么一直在扣血？对啊，为什么一直在扣血？很多扣扣碎，纯粹的。
Got some fresh air? As no.
This is the second outpost. We're under attack. I repeat, we're under attack. Help!
That's enough chit chat. Great.
Roger that. with us again? At last. I've been ordered to...
What you need, stalker?
Mark, there are anomalies ahead. Be careful. Remember, don't move until you've thrown a bolt in front of you.
Thrown a bolt.哦 ，X 是跑步哦，那我改一下好了。jump, crouch, hold, crouch. 啊，没改到哦。这来些什么东西
？Run for the tower! The monsters can't get you there!
又发生这个事情，然后我怎么又快死了？我真的搞不懂刚刚那个到底要怎么做。
You survived the emission again. I'm not even that surprised. Our boys picked you up not far from the tower when things calmed down a bit. You know, Bien Polev was right. You defy scientific explanation. He believes that you acquired some, let's say, unusual abilities, which help you survive anomalous activity that would literally tear anyone else down to atoms. Also, it looks like something is increasing your body's performance in several areas, to the point where our monitoring equipment goes off the scale. Wait. Don't get too excited. There's always a fly in the ointment. Every emission harms your nervous system, and if this continues, you will die. A normal emission is the release of energy accumulated in the zone. A discharge, if you like. But what's happening now is completely different. In my opinion, the increasing regularity of these emissions is the zone's response to some sort of serious threat, akin to the response provided by a human immune system. It is difficult to rationally explain coexistence between humans and the zone. The zone tolerates us in some areas and forbids us from going to others. Whatever is beyond the Scorcher and further towards the center of the zone is taboo, a place where stalkers are not supposed to set foot. I think that recent events in the zone are related to the fact that someone broke that taboo and made it past the brain scorcher. It's hard to say. To answer that question, I would need to know what's in the center of the zone. Some say the monolith, others say the Vishkrater. The more unpretentious ones dream about fields of rare artifacts. I was at the power plant myself, a young specialist at the time, but I don't know what's there now. What I can say is that the Scorcher appeared for a reason. It prevents the center of the zone from being reached. People cannot go beyond the brain scorcher. I didn't think so until the large emission. Hell, nobody thought so. However, if you consider the emissions to be a defensive reaction, then the answer is obvious. Someone made it through the scorcher, and the emission was the zone's response. And since the emissions haven't stopped, whoever it was must still be alive. The zone is trying to get them, and it's killing everything that's alive in the process. I know a lot about the zone, but I can't share everything with you. You'll just have to trust me on some things. A system, any system, needs to be in equilibrium. The zone is unstable right now, and this instability is increasing. If the constant emissions aren't stopped, the zone will become so unstable that a new disaster will occur. Which brings us to what Clear Sky is doing. We are trying to prevent that disaster. You're right, but we do know how to prevent a disaster and stop the emissions, and that means something. We have to find out who was in the center of the zone and stop them at any price. There's a strange connection between you and the zone. On the one hand, every new emission gradually kills you. On the other hand, you survive in situations where others don't stand a chance. My gut feeling tells me that your abilities, your gift, your curse, call it what you will, they mean you can get through places that others wouldn't even dream of. And at the moment, we need to act very quickly. I knew you'd ask that. The answer is simple. If the emissions aren't stopped, your nervous system will burn out and you'll die. Help us and you'll save yourself. Now this may sound like a line from a corny movie, but you really don't have a choice. Unfortunately, yes. So, will you help us? Then listen carefully. We have made use of all our contacts and connections in the zone. As a result, we know that a certain stalker at the cordon was asking Sidorovich about some very strange components. That's all we have for the moment, but it's a lead. Through the swamps, of course, how else? But remember what I said. After the emission, a whole army of all kinds of scum turned up in the area. Now they control almost everything. We are under siege, and I'm not exaggerating one bit. So before we can help you get to the cordon, we have to regain control of the swamps. And with your help, I think we should be able to do it.
Basically, the other place on there being constantly pushed back and forth already. Okay, see ya. I don't give a fuck. 意思是地上有石头可以捡之类的。下12乘以7。
Visitor? I'll be right there. Oh, welcome, guest from foreign lands. What come you with? A bursting purse? A prized exotic wonders? Yeah, I heard your story. I reckon the main thing is that you're still alive. Stuff is easy enough to replace, as long as the zone is kind to you. So, you gonna trade, or you got some questions for me? That's the sort of people we are. You can't buy an extra 15 minutes of life, or a spare store from death. But us traders are needed everywhere, even in the zone, even in the swamps, and even underground. It's an illusion that the zone is under lock and key, and the army has all the ways in and out sealed. Think about it. Nowadays, artifacts and rare specimens from the zone can be found all over the world. And your fellow stalkers never have a shortage of canned meat, vodka, ammo, or equipment. Somebody's got to be responsible for all that, right? Well, that's where we come in. In this place, it ain't like selling bootleg CDs on the outside with the cops up your ass every damn day. Around here, the situation is very simple. The outside world has an interest in the zone and vice versa. But it's officially forbidden, prohibited, and all that bullshit. That's what we're here for. We make sure all those interests are satisfied and everybody's happy. There's a joke among traders that if someone points a gun at you, the best bet is to try to buy it off them. Let's not talk about it. You have no idea how tired I am of peddling these trinkets. There's a ton of ordinary artifacts out there, but the best tidbits pass this place by. I haven't had a unique item in my store for ages. Who knows? Maybe stalkers have already found everything there is to find. Man, getting behind the Scorcher would be a dream. I heard you can get enough artifacts there to last you a lifetime. Provided your life doesn't end there and then. It's about time us traders joined forces and used our connections to find a way of getting past that thing. Yeah, I know. Anyway, listen, I've told you too much as it is. Time is money. So if you want to trade, go ahead. If not, I'll see you around. Drop in next time you're in our neck of the woods.
U 是5.45乘以39，我5.45乘以39的啊，9乘以18，12乘以7，9乘以18，对，9乘以18的，18不到，12乘以76。他子弹弹夹都没有。5.45。
Много. У мужика того и правда ствола видно не было. Ну, тот, стало быть, начинает рушить.
You have my full attention.
We're there, so you can take your blindfold off. Don't you try to follow me, it won't work anyway. If you want to come back to the base, find one of the guys at the fishing hamlet.
Merc, it looks like you're at the Great Swamps now. Be extremely careful and don't try to be a hero. Check out your PDA. You should find the location of our squads there. I suggest you get yourself over to the fishing hamlet. That's where they are.
We can't hold on much longer. Hurry, help us! Quick! We're getting slaughtered here! We can't hold on much longer. Hurry, help us! Damn you! Where on earth are you?
哇，要从很前面开始哎，这到底要怎么？还是不太懂啊。
Merc, there are anomalies ahead. Be careful. Remember, Don't move until you've thrown a bolt in front of you.
哪里有 bolt 可以做？ 地图可以看啊，我要看一下操作到底要怎么操作好了。ETA Inventory Detector。 算是通过了。他干我的枪，靠背了，没关系，重来一次，我知道怎么玩了。我终于知道怎么玩了。 不小心把枪丢掉了。
Mark, there are anomalies ahead. Be careful. Remember, don't move until you've thrown a bolt in front of you.
tower. The monsters can't get you there.
看以前的游戏就有这种放家机的，现在有些游戏居然还没有，这很糟糕。
Attention all fighters. Any mission is approaching. Get to cover now. You survived the emission? No, I did. I know. You're right. There's this. I knew it. Unfortunately, yes. Then listen through this file.
Your main guide is the objective section. Your main objective is displayed here, together with a selected additional objective. There can be several additional objectives which you can cycle through using these buttons. Most objectives are also displayed on the map, with the exception of rare occasions when your objectives cannot be located. We will need your help with not only destroying the enemy, but also capturing key positions. In these situations, our fighters will be grateful if you provide covering fire as they capture a position. By the way, don't ignore calls for help. Our boys' lives could be at stake. Hovering over a mark on the map will display additional information. In addition to your objectives, friendly units and identified enemies will also be displayed on the map. Okay, as I'm sure you understand, our main objective is to establish control over the swamps. And that means a war against the aggressor. This section allows you to access tactical information about combat operations at any time. Information about your current faction is displayed on the left. Right now, that's us. Clear sky. Information about the main enemy is displayed on the right. This shows our approximate combat strength. This shows how many fighters we have.
好惨，
And this is our equipment supply.
好惨。
Similar indicators are also shown for our enemy. Finally, this field allows you to see the current strategic mission as well as tactical objectives that must be achieved in order to complete the strategic mission. Completed strategic missions will be displayed at the bottom. The last tab allows you to view your current relations with all factions, as well as each faction's combat strength.
我想加入 Bandit 啊。
Your personal stats are also displayed here.
看，Picky
That's pretty much it.
我刚刚被骗了100块哎！盖，我刚刚被骗了100块。
You're with us again? Oh, welcome! Yeah, that's the... yeah, I know. Good luck to you.
А, мы там.
А вот анекдот. Да. Как-то раз сидим мы с мужиками в засаде. К вечеру ветер поднялся, свистует, завывает, холодно, трясемся все. Ну, мучит, что теща. И тут-то меня за плечо осторожненько так трогает. Я оборачиваюсь, а там кровосос. Ну да я не растерялся, как сору, как прыгну на него и давай ему в глаза.
Hello there. Want to trade? Have a safe trip.
Следованиями там.
Что за... Вспомнил вон. Вечная им охота. Пошли два новичка в зон. Не успели и пара шагов сделать, как на них кровосос напал. Новички, ясное дело, оружие с перепугом.
Look what's new, bro.
Кровосос одного из них выбрал и погнался за ним. Тот хотел. Кровосос за ним. Второй новичок возвращается, хватает ствол и добавил. Кровососа стреляет. Кровососа право яйцо.
Pop in anytime you feel like chatting.
Но по дереву дальше лезет. Тут снова бах, левое яйцо в сторону. У кровососа кровища лезет, но он все равно вверх лезет. Только еще здесь стал. Бах, кровососу отрывает еще.
You have my full attention.
We're there, so you can take your blindfold off. Don't you try to follow me, it won't work anyway. If you want to come back to the base, find one of the guys at the fishing hamlet. It looks like you're at the Great Swamps now. Be extremely careful and don't try to be a hero. Damn you! Check out your PDA. You should find the location of our squads there. I suggest you get yourself over to the fishing hamlet. That's where they are. Quick! We're getting slaughtered here! Nice of you to come. They ain't gonna get a warm welcome now. Thanks for helping out. Come by our base when you get a minute. We'll return the favor.
Stay down and wait. Keep your eyes peeled. I think we got them all. That was some fine defensive action.
If I even enjoy one meal, I can't take this anymore.
Everyone spread out! Merc, be ready to join the action on your command.
Mow them down! Fire!
Ale, czeki-pryki! Czeki-pryki, 我死了！嗯，好贵，好贵。大概知道怎么玩的啦。
Merc, it looks like you're at the Great Swamps now. Be extremely careful and don't try to be a hero. Check out your PDA. You should find the location of our squads there. I suggest you get yourself over to the fishing hamlet. That's where they are.
Thanks for coming to our help. Let's show them who's boss. Thanks for helping out. Come by our base when you get a minute. We'll return the favor. That was some fine defensive action. When will it stop? Everyone spread out!
可以控制 NPC 啊，看一下 ，You can to night vision, quick bandage. Oh, that's your attack cost. Use.
Merc, we're waiting for your signal.
Тебе, сволочь!
Прикрой, мужик! Слушай, скотина! На, получи!
Хорошо приложил, гада!
Пошла жара! Завали! Пошло дело! Как тебе, сволочь? Ну что, получил? На тебе, накушай, скотина! Мужики, у нас убиты!
Keep on guard. my full attention. Holster that weapon if you want to talk.
Reinforce T-Star pressure at +1. Focus on control how to work. 那没有敌人了。那可以。
First, put that gun away. What do you want, anyway?
打我干嘛？奇怪。 干，我的枪没掉了，妈，你带走我枪啊！操！我枪被干走了。然后呢？看你怎么提示都没有。哦，你给我回。哦，原来这个都是差不是这样用。
Damn! They spotted us!
Граната, пацаны!
Oh shit. Suka.
reinforced our position in the swamps enough to give the renegades a real good kicking. Our next objective is their main base.
That's it. Now we'll teach them a lesson. Catch a grenade!
На, хватай! Ну кати его! Мочи его! Так тебе, сволочь!
Thanks for helping out.
Борщ!
Drop by our base sometime. We'll find a way to pay you back. That's a promise. Where are you? Little shit's hiding.
We barely held them off! Thanks for helping out. Drop by our base sometime. We'll find a way to pay you back. That's a promise.
Соусом давай. Какой нафиг томат?
Visitor? I'll be right there. Want to trade?
Money received. RTP guest price is set up in Sanjay notification.
Good luck to you.
哦，4000块嘞，好多哦。
Want to trade? Drop in next time you're in our neck of the woods. Want to trade? Have a safe trip.
Вот это как медом помазал.
是很用的吗？不然那 USB 要在哪里用？有人知道在哪里用吗？这里是
What's up? See for yourself. There's hardly any equipment. It's like life after a nuclear war. Yeah, there ain't much to get excited about around here. Not like the garbage. I heard they dug up old Soviet caches. After the accident at the Chernobyl NPP, they sent convoys there with contaminated vehicles and equipment and all sorts of other crap. They thought it was all waste because it was radioactive. That was then. Nowadays, nobody would even call that radiation. So there's a real gold rush going on there. Stalkers are flocking over there from all over the zone to dig for loot. It's a pity not much of it filters through down here, unless Lebedev sends the boys to pick up specific components. Nothing special. I repair and up...
Все, завязывай. Класс.
Well, good luck. What's up? You get anything else to fix? Come to me for help.
哦哦，会强化诶。
Вот такое, знаешь что? Внимание, анекдот. Стоит, значит, бывалый сталкер у перекрестка и указатели читает. Направо аномалии и чуток кабара. Вперед монстров немерено и средний кабара. Налево кабаки, девки и кабара тот не видишь. Ну, он
Hey, what's up?
подумал и вперед.
Remember, to be a good shooter, get your gun talking at the right time.
Надо будет на паре у мужиков спросить, что за фигня такая стрёмная? Кабаки и девки.
哦 ，condition 就是那90度啦，
I repair faults in hardware,
Oh.
not in its owner's
那就不
house.
用担心武器损坏啦。你可以
Вот так
很棒哦
задумаешься иногда. Ну, непонятно. Деньги за работу получает. С начальством тоже понятно, им конкретные результаты.
9319
Но неужто за всем этим не стоит что-то большее?
18
И ведь черт его знает, что именно. Вспомнил вот.
Блин, так не смешно же.
Мастер,
Кончаю уже.
а вот анекдот.
I'll be there in a moment. What's up?
Стоит, значит, бывалый сталкер у перекрестка.
You get anything else to fix? What's up?
Право, аномалии
Well,
и чужой
good luck.
товара. Вперед, монстров немерено и средних товара. Налево кабаки, девки и товара так не ищет. Ну, он подумал и вперед двинулся. Думает, что-то я про это слыхал.
中号卖5.56时代，如果有号就我看半年。
Hello there. Want to trade? Good luck to you.
很可惜耶，他们有卖这把枪这样。
Stalker!
What do you want, anyway?
What's up, Stalker?
Жизнь очень спокойно стала. Никогда не знаешь, какой сюрприз за кустом поджидает. Да и удовольствие от работы не то уже.
怎么刚好换成一般子弹呢？ 一下。签 ammo type 对啊，为什么没办法签？为什么没办法签 ammo type？可以改成什么？这是12乘以70，这是12乘以72。对啊，为什么？bug 吗？
Козлина! Мэра, обходи! Кондюха, веселее!
Keep on guard! Sit tight where you are! That's it! Chill, fellas!
带着我死。干血又不止啊！他说什么？Dear God, please look after my things for me. I hide them in a crack lock in the wood pile. 对啊， 哦，现在这把闪电枪不用下手的弹药了。但是相对的，它的 accuracy 加了50%。
They see us! I repeat, they see us!
Blow this! Huts!
I think we got them all.
What? Why? 我是怎么死的？我怎么死的？我都不知道。嘿，
А вот анекдот. Заползает пьяный сталкер в
What
бар
the
на
fuck?
гараж, поворачивает к стене и начинает ползти вверх. Перелазит на потолок, потом по другой стене сползает к стойке. Заказывает бутылку водки, выпивает, достает из рюкзака артефакт, закусывает. После этого разворачивается и выползает из бара. Один сталкер обалдел.
I'll be there in a moment. See for yeah, nothing. Well, good luck. What's up? Well, good luck. What's up? You get anything else to fix? Come to me for help. I repair faults in hardware, not in its owner's arms.
Пьяный сталкер 3 часа ночи.
I'll be there in a moment.
Ну, ожидал, значит, со сковородкой поджидал. Сталкер на карачках полз в квартиру, достал гайку, метнул...
I repair faults in hardware, not in its owner's arms.
Жена это дело молча так наблюдает. Сталкер проблевался, выполз из туалета, достал гайку, метнул в сторону спальни, подбегал, пополз. Тут жена его со всей дурой сковородкой по голове. Сталкер раз, отрубился. Потом в сознание пришел. Черный достал, вместо новой аномалии отмечает и бормочет. Вот это портануло, так портануло.
I'll be there in a moment.
Visitor? Not want to trade? Drop in next time you're in our neck of the woods. is it? Want to trade? Have a safe trip.
Так не смешно же. Все равно выйдет так, как командир. Ну и выходит. Вот это как медом помазано.
Stalker, what do you want? Speed up!
刚怎么会突然出现一个binocular？没道理啊，怎么出现的？哦，5哦。 这个游戏是用战地时空的引擎做的，有一种战地时空引擎的感觉。
What do you want anyway?
Рванул одного! Слушай, скотина! Приложил его!
Stay down and wait!
We've captured the Renegade's lair. All we need to do now is take control of the paths to the swamps.
We ain't clear on what's going on.
Thanks for helping out. Come by our base when you get a minute. We'll return the favor.
Понятно, деньги за работу получают. Начальством тоже понятно. Им конкретные результаты нужны. А может, за всем этим не стоит что-то вот.
So, what is it that you need?
Раскаленный уголь. Огонь кругом, вопли, серой воняет.
Item, what's up? See for yourself. There's hardly any equipment. It's like, yeah, nothing spelled. Good luck.
可以不要挡我路吗？你看你这样还用跳的哦，我的天！
Visitor? I'll be right there. Want to trade? Good luck to you. Want to trade? Have a safe trip.
Внимание! Анекдот. Леди, значит, пиво составит.
游戏真的好玩呢，
You have my full attention.
3点了。
What do you want?
The motherfucking fuck.
Swamps are now under our control. Good job, boys. You did it. All squads, dig in at key positions and wait for further instructions.
Stalker, what do you want? You have my full attention.
What the fuck?
Это, что ни говори, не за товаром полез уживаться. Тут и конкуренции меньше, цель есть. Но только, может, самое... Все одно и то же. Только вернулись и снова куда-то.
Home sweet home. Go ahead and take your blindfold off. You'll find me here when you're ready to go back to the swamps.
Как-то майор на блокпосту матерого такого сталкерю. Значит, вы признаете, что в нетрезвом виде пытались покинуть территорию зоны и имели при себе предметы запрещенные?
Hello there. Want to trade? Good luck to you. Want to trade? Good luck to you.
Как оно все в зоне устроено? Начальство умное, все разобраться пытается. А мое дело маленькое. Задавато, по болоту бегать.
Need something. What's up? Remember, to be a good shooter, get your gun talking at the right time.
You're with us. Want to trade? Have a safe trip.
Вот такое, знает кто?
Не смешно.
Stalker, what do you want? Stalker, what do you want?
I haven't seen anyone come from the swamps in a long while. You've come out right next to the army outpost. There's only one thing a stalker can expect from the army, and that's a bullet. So I'd be careful if I were you.
What? No. Сука, блядь.好了，今天先玩到这里。
I haven't seen anyone come from the...
Network game 是什么啊？哦，加看。Pin 266，管他的嘞，进去。看来是点不上去啊，没关系，那先把直播关掉喽。今天就先开到这里了，上掉了，结束吧。